Hello, hello students. Today we are going to study a new chapter, Introduction to Polymer Chemistry. See here, polymers are complex high molecular mass macromolecules made from repeating units which are derived from monomers. Now these polymers are classified in different ways. So number 1, on the basis of source or origin. The polymers are divided into 3 categories on the basis of source or origin. What are these? Natural, synthetic and semi-synthetic. So first we will see about the natural polymers. It's very easy that polymers obtained from natural source are known as natural polymers. They are divided as, means the natural polymers are of two types, plant polymers and animal polymers. Now the plant polymers means those which are obtained from plants. Examples, for example, cotton, linen, natural rubber, etc. Animal polymers means those which are derived from animals sources. For example, wool, silk, etc. Okay. Second is synthetic polymer. Synthetic means artificial, or you can say man-made polymer. Examples of synthetic polymers are nylon, terylene, neoprene, etc. And these synthetic polymers, these are further subdivided into 3 subtypes: fibers, synthetic rubbers and plastics. Now the third is semi-synthetic polymers. Semi-synthetic polymers means these are a mixture of natural polymers and synthetic polymers. These are derived from natural polymers, also known as regenerated fibers. Means some process, chemical process is done on the natural fibers so that the strength of the fiber becomes high. So these are also known as regenerated fibers. The examples of semi-synthetic polymers are cellulose derivatives like cellulose, acetate rayon, cellulose nitrate, viscose rayon, cupra ammonium rayon, etc. So this is the first type of the classification, that means on the basis of source of origin. The second type of classification of polymers is on the basis of structure. So on the basis of structures, the polymers are classified as linear or straight chain, branched chain or cross-linked polymers. Okay. So linear or straight chain polymers means when monomer molecules are joined together in a linear arrangement, then the resulting polymer is a straight chain polymer. For example, PVC, high density polythene, etc. So all these linear or branch chain, cross linked, any type of all these different types, natural, semi-synthetic, synthetic, thermostatic, thermosetting, thermoplastic, all these types you can have as a 1 mark question in the example. So you have to write the definition and example. So the linear or straight chain polymers, that means monomer molecules are joined together in a linear arrangement. Linear means in a straight form. So the second is branched chain polymer. From the name itself you can identify that there is some branch to the straight chain. Now the monomers having side chain gives branched chain polymer. For example, low density polythene. And C is the cross-linked polymers. Cross-link, from the name itself, it is very clear. So arrangement of polymer in a such a way where cross-links are produced between linear chains to form cross-linked or network polymers. Means you can just imagine that the two straight chain polymers are there, and if they form a cross like structure with each other, that means just like the sign of the multiplication. Okay, so then it can be called as the cross-linked polymers. For example, bakelite, melamine, etc. Now third one is the classification of polymers on the basis of intermolecular forces. So the classification of polymers on the basis of intermolecular forces, the polymers are of different types, that means elastomers, fibers, thermostatic polymers, etc. Okay, thermosetting polymers are also included in the classification of polymers on the basis of intermolecular forces. We will study first the elastomers. From the name itself, it is very clear. The elastic polymers having weak van der Waals type of intermolecular forces, they show the elasticity property in the molecule. That is, substance gets stretched by external force and restores its original shape on release of force. For example, vulcanized rubber, Buna S, Buna N, neoprene, etc. Okay, means when stretched, the polymers get the length of the polymer becomes more, and when the external force is released, then the polymer come back to its original shape. The best example is the rubber. Okay, now the fiber. The polymeric solids which form threads are called fibers. From the name itself, you can imagine that fibers means the polymeric solids which form threads are called fibers. They have high tensile strength, due to which the fibers show resistance to breaking under tension. Now this is possible because of strong intermolecular forces like hydrogen bonding and strong dipole-dipole forces. For example, polyamides. Polyamides means there are number of CONH linkages in the molecule. The best example is the nylon 6,6, and another is the polyesters. Polyesters means there are number of ester linkages. The example is the terylene. So in the fibers, the examples are polyamides and polyesters, that means nylon 6,6 and terylene. Next is the thermoplastic polymer. These polymers are capable of repeated softening on heating and hardening on cooling. So these polymers are capable of repeated softening on heating and hardening on cooling. That means when heated, the polymer gets softened, it becomes flexible, and on cooling, it becomes hard. They possess strong intermolecular forces which are intermediate between elastomers and fibers. For example, polythene, polystyrene, polyvinyl, these are the examples of thermoplastic polymers. Now next is the thermosetting polymer. These are rigid polymers. These are rigid polymers, and they have the property that they can be shaped on heating, but when they become hot, get hardened, and once they get hardened, cannot be softened by heating and therefore cannot be remolded. For example, bakelite, urea, formaldehyde, resin, etc. These are the examples of thermosetting polymers. Okay, so I will stop here, and the next part I will teach you in the next period.